What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious, and welcome to my review of Ben 10 for Xbox One. Now, Ben 10 is a cartoony, button-mashing, side-scrolling game where you get to take on some of Ben's enemies from the hit Cartoon Network show, and I do mean some. There's only 3 bosses in this game. Okay, so you get to play the role of Ben, who has the ability to transform into 10 aliens, although 7 of them are locked from the beginning. And you get to fight a very, very small variety of enemies and bosses. So the premise of the story is you're on vacation with your sister Gwen and your grandpa Max, and you accidentally destroy your tent with your alien powers. So on a trip into the city to get a new tent, you come across the first big boss, Zombozo, who is stealing the happiness from the townspeople. Okay, so you set off on this quest to track down all his machines and destroy them. Along the way, you're going to fight waves of enemies. You get to unlock the aliens. Like I said, there's 10. Obviously, there's 10 total, and 7 of them are locked from the beginning. But you do unlock them kind of frequently, and you're able to transform into them. And eventually, you fight Zombozo. Pretty standard. Gets a little repetitive, a little annoying after a while. And then you do get to unlock upgrades for your aliens. However, they don't really offer anything. They just basically make the standard attacks more damaging, but you don't get anything extra, and there's only 3 upgrades for each character. That's it. So once you beat Zombozo, you can rinse and repeat 2 more times, and you get to fight Queen Bee and Weatherhead Prime. And by the end of the game, you'll have all 10 of your aliens unlocked, and that's really it. Now, the one shining star in this whole thing, in terms of the combat and stuff, I mean, it's very easy to use. The game itself plays very fluidly, but it's just boring. But the first time I should say, you use your alien superpowers, their specials, it's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. There's a little cutscene, kind of akin to like how Final Fantasy was back in the day. And other than that, they get pretty boring after that. So without grinding for the achievements, the game is beatable in less than 2 hours, and for the $29.99 price tag, honestly, it's a game I did not get my money's worth from. As a huge fan of the show, and somebody who watches it frequently with my son, I was very, very disappointed with how little the game had to offer me and him. Okay, it's only single player, and it's just a beat 'em up that barely scratches the surface of some of the fun uses for the powers that the show has. Now, this is the 10th game of the franchise, and in my opinion, it has the least to offer. It's just a game that felt like it was starting somewhere and then just ran out of ideas. They were just like, forget it. The whole game would have been a good beginning to something else, and it just never fleshed out that way. Now, the graphics are very well done, and I didn't find any glitches or spots where the game lost anything, but even with that, there is zero replayability. Other than to level every character up and get the 3 collectible sumo cards, which are present in each level. But to be honest, my son didn't even want to play it after the first level was done because he said it was too boring. Now, I did grind through the whole game because it felt like a grind. I didn't get every achievement. I just couldn't go back and play it again. But overall, I'm going to give the game a 5 out of 10, and that's being generous. That's just because the cutscenes and character designs are well designed. So if you're able to get this game for under $10 on a sale, I'd say give it a shot. Other than that, I really don't recommend it, especially not for people who love the show. It's just very disappointing. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, Captain Obvious out. Peace.